A $2.5 million jet given away like a party favor. 2 yellow Ferraris sitting side by side in the same garage. A $5.3 million Pokémon card hanging on a necklace. In the world of YouTube's richest creators, wealth is not just measured in numbers, it's displayed in the most staggering conversation-starting ways possible. But not everyone plays by the same rules, and when it comes to cars, few stand out as much as Jimmy Donaldson, better known as MrBeast. His approach to wealth, spending, and status flips the script entirely, creating one of the most fascinating contrasts in online entertainment today. MrBeast. Jimmy Donaldson's name is synonymous with scale. His videos regularly reach hundreds of millions of viewers, and the budgets for them can rival Hollywood productions. But what separates him from most other wealthy YouTubers is his spending philosophy. While his peers fill garages with rare supercars and hyper-customized trucks, Jimmy treats cars less as status symbols and more as tools, or in many cases, as prizes for others. MrBeast does own a Tesla Model X, but it's not the kind of staggering exotic his peers gravitate toward. After owning a $100,000 BMW i8 early in his career, Jimmy learned firsthand that flashy vehicles come with unwanted attention. In 2017, while living in a $400 a month home, thieves broke in and stole everything of value, believing that anyone driving such a car must have valuables inside. That experience shaped his current approach today. His Tesla suits him for its practicality, low profile, and self-driving features, which he openly admits help since driving isn't his strong suit. But don't mistake a lack of personal car collection for a lack of access to luxury vehicles. In his videos, MrBeast has given away multiple high-end cars to fans, friends, and strangers. One of his most headline-grabbing giveaways was his $2.5 million private jet, handed to a challenge winner without hesitation. In Jimmy's world, cars and jets aren't trophies to be hoarded. They're catalysts for viral moments and life-changing surprises. His personal wealth could fund an enviable garage of Bugattis and McLarens, yet his priority remains investing back into his content and his philanthropy, a mindset that makes him a rare outlier in the influencer landscape. Jake Paul. For Jake Paul, cars are as much a part of his brand as his boxing career or YouTube antics. Residing in a $16 million mansion in Puerto Rico, Jake's 6-car garage is a curated display of speed and extravagance. Among his most notable rides are 2 yellow Ferraris, a 296 GTB, and an SF90 Spider. The SF90 alone carries a $700,000 price tag, meaning Jake has spent $1.1 million on 2 cars that, at first glance, look strikingly similar. The cars are just one piece of a spending pattern that thrives on opulence. Jake has dropped $7 million on a watch, $11 million on a private jet, and over $1 million on a diamond. For him, it's not about subtlety, it's about broadcasting success in the most visible, unmistakable way possible. Every vehicle in his collection isn't just a mode of transportation, it's a statement piece in the ongoing performance that is Jake Paul's public persona. Logan Paul. While Logan Paul may not rival his brother's garage size, his purchases often carry a different kind of prestige, rarity. Logan's collection reflects a taste for one-of-a-kind acquisitions, even if they aren't always cars. His most famous splurge is the $5.3 million Pikachu Illustrator Pokémon card, a piece so rare it's considered a holy grail among collectors. He's also the owner of a $1.5 million Triceratops skull, a display item that merges his love for conversation pieces with the thrill of owning something irreplaceable. Logan's car ownership is more understated compared to Jake's, but that's not to say he avoids luxury vehicles. When he does buy, the choice often aligns with his preference for things few others can claim to have. Whistlin' Diesel. If Jake and Logan's cars are about image, Cody Detweiler, better known as Whistlin' Diesel, brings a different energy entirely. His vehicles are not just for show, they're for spectacle, sometimes involving their intentional destruction. His most famous creation, Monster Max 2, cost $900,000 to build. It boasts twin diesel engines, 1,500 horsepower, and tires taller than most adults. The truck is so massive it requires a ladder to climb into, and Cody has modified it with everything from fighter jet components to custom armor. But what makes Whistlin' Diesel truly stand out is his willingness to push these machines to their limits and sometimes past the point of no return. Whether it's sinking a truck in a lake or crushing it under extreme weight, his brand thrives on the outrageous, and his vehicles are often the stars of that chaos. PewDiePie, IShowSpeed, and the luxury of lifestyle. Some of YouTube's biggest names flex their wealth in less conventional ways, and while their spending may not always center on cars, it still reveals the same elite-level purchasing power. PewDiePie, one of the platform's most enduring creators, spent $80,000 just to fly his dogs to Japan, a decision that blends emotional value with financial capability. IShowSpeed, whose chaotic live streams have made him one of the fastest-growing personalities online, once accidentally spent $200,000 on the most expensive Roblox item in history. While not a car, the purchase reflects a willingness and ability to absorb massive costs without blinking, a trait common among YouTube's top earners. KSI and the Scrabman, Olajide Olatunji, better known as KSI, might not be known for an extensive car collection, but he certainly knows how to make a statement. His custom-made Beerus chain, inspired by the Dragon Ball character, is valued at $500,000. While not a vehicle, it shares the same function as an exotic car, to signal status and personal taste in the most visible way possible. Then there's the Scrabman, a figure whose name has become synonymous with extreme automotive luxury. His car collection, valued at over $4.7 million, includes no fewer than 7 Lamborghinis. For someone like the Scrabman, the garage itself is a museum of power and design, where each car is both a possession and a piece of art. The split in philosophy. What's most compelling about comparing MrBeast to these other creators isn't just the difference in what they buy, it's the difference in why they buy. For Jake Paul, Whistling Diesel, and the Scrabman, cars are central to their personal brands. They're visible markers of success, instantly recognizable symbols that speak louder than subscriber counts or video views. The more extravagant the vehicle, the clearer the message. This is a life of abundance, power, and access. For MrBeast, the calculation is entirely different. His primary investments go back into creating bigger, more ambitious videos and expanding his philanthropic reach. The value of a car, for him, lies less in the joy of ownership and more in its potential as content or as a gift. Why cars still matter in this space? Even for someone like MrBeast, who keeps his personal collection modest, cars remain an important currency in the influencer economy. Vehicles are immediate visual shorthand for success. They require no explanation. Viewers don't need to know the intricacies of a Ferrari SF90 Spider to understand that it's expensive and exclusive. In a medium driven by quick impressions and emotional hooks, that matters. This is why car giveaways have become a staple of MrBeast's content. They combine the spectacle of wealth with the emotional payoff of generosity, creating moments that stick in viewers' minds long after the video ends. A Bugatti sitting in Jake Paul's garage might get reposted on Instagram, but a Bugatti given to a fan? That's a headline. The unwritten competition. Though they may never say it outright, there's an unspoken competition among the richest creators, a battle for who can outdo the others in scale, originality, or rarity. For Jake, it might be acquiring the next hypercar before anyone else. For Logan, it could be finding a collectible no one else has. For Whistling Diesel, it's building something so outrageous no one would even think to attempt it. And for MrBeast, it's orchestrating a giveaway so massive that the story itself becomes global news. In the end, comparing MrBeast's approach to that of his fellow YouTube millionaires and billionaires is less about who's right and more about what each choice says. Cars, for some, are the ultimate personal indulgence, a rolling declaration of success. For others, like Jimmy Donaldson, they're tools in a much larger machine of content creation and generosity. So, between the billionaire minimalist and the hyper collectors, who do you think has the better approach? Would you rather keep the car or give it away? Let us know in the comments, and maybe one day you'll find yourself holding the keys in the next big giveaway.